Motorcycles aren't something that we cover weekly on MotorWeek. When we do test one, we look for something that we think will appeal to both our predominantly car-oriented viewers and to the motorcycle nuts on our staff. That means a machine friendly enough for the less experienced rider to handle, but with features and performance that more experienced riders demand. We recently went to the folks at Honda with these requirements, and they presented us with a rather interesting piece of machinery. It's a motorcycle that you don't see every day, but you certainly won't forget it if you do. Honda calls this unique-looking machine the Pacific Coast. It's Honda's everyman's bike, introduced in 1989 to offer the non-motorcyclist a non-threatening machine on which to enter the sport. Hiding all of those nasty mechanical bits might have seemed like a good idea on paper, but it didn't work out that way in the showroom. The unusual styling, plus a high introductory price of $7,700, kept customers away in droves. Sales have been so poor in the 2 years that the Pacific Coast has been available that Honda has declined to introduce a 91 model, preferring to sell off all 89 and 90 leftovers first. Honda also instituted substantial price reductions so that you can now get a 90 Pacific Coast for $6,498 or an 89 for an even lower $5,998. That's good news because under all that stylish plastic lurks a genuinely fine middleweight touring bike. These panels conceal a twin-spar steel frame cradling an 800cc V-twin engine that previously powered Honda's 800 Shadow Cruiser. Up top are all the usual touring amenities, including large car-like gauges and a wide, comfortable seat. Passengers are also well taken care of, with large flip-down footrest and a tall, well-padded saddle. Even long trips are easy on the back thanks to the upright seating position. And the 578-pound weight and 30-inch seat height make the PC just right for medium to small riders who might shy away from larger machines. But while the PC's controls are all simple and very well marked, riders with smaller hands may find that the switch for the self-canceling turn signals is hard to reach with the thumb, especially if they have already depressed the clutch. Most routine maintenance is simply a matter of popping off a panel or two, and Honda designers wisely included features such as a maintenance-free hydraulic clutch and engine valves, as well as a smooth, low-maintenance shaft drive. No worry about carrying things either, since the Pacific Coast's unique dual cargo bays offer the storage space of saddlebags and the security of a trunk. Since the real test of any touring bike is on the road, we set out one beautiful Maryland morning for a day trip to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. As we cruised north through picturesque small towns, we quickly came to appreciate the excellent ride offered by the Pacific Coast's thick 41mm front forks and preload adjustable dual rear shocks. The handling was also sharper than we expected, more akin to that of some of the PC's sportier relatives. The well-hidden brakes consist of twin disc up front and a drum in the rear. Their substantial stopping power came in handy every time that the twisting, unfamiliar road suddenly presented us with a stop sign, though we would have liked a smoother feel in the front brake lever. As we reached the Pennsylvania border, the weather suddenly took a turn for the worse. With the wind rising and the temperature dropping, we were thankful for the PC's wide fairing and optional extra-tall windscreen, which provided a high degree of protection with minimal wind buffeting our driver. A long, fast stretch of highway also showed the machine's fine stability, and the rubber-mounted V-twin's smooth power delivery and torquey character made passing a simple matter. By the time we reached Gettysburg, the rain suit was out and the Pacific Coast had taken to the wet roads like a duck to water. Whether we were bobbing down the country lanes that border the famous battlefield or crawling along the twisting trail that runs through the Devil's Den, the bike was always a model of stability, a most impressive performance. But impressive or not, we were glad to get back on dry roads as we headed for home. Our conclusion? The Honda Pacific Coast is a fine motorcycle that has been denied well-deserved success by the whims of fashion. That's unfortunate for Honda, but for thousands of would-be motorcycle buyers, the Pacific Coast could be the bargain of the year.